Morning, YouTube family, and welcome to another episode of This and That. Yes, it is your boy Rosie, your soon-to-be #1 YouTube host. As you can see, we have Tropical Storm Barry barreling down on either Lake Charles, Lafayette, or Baton Rouge. We're really not certain, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Today, I'm going to share 10 tips with y'all that I use to prepare for bad weather. And stick around to the end of the video. I'm going to show you the one thing that the city of Westlake did to me and my neighbors that potentially could cause us disaster. First and foremost, pack a small to-go bag for each and every family member. And furthermore, more important, any medications and medical records that you or any elderly relative may need in your possession, put them all in a centrally located place. Pack your underwear and clothes for a couple of days, any ointments and rubs, creams that you may need, and if you have any extra batteries, take those along with you in case of emergency. That's thing number one. All right, thing number two, make sure that all vehicles that may be using a potential evacuation are filled to the brim with gas. Thing number three, make sure all potential debris and flying objects are removed from the yard. All this is going inside. This will be going in the shed. That's going to my old barbecue pit, most likely going to the dumpster. Still not quite sure what to do with this yet. This entire trailer full of junk is going to the local sanitation department. This debris will be moved. And there's a bicycle hanging on the back of the house there. As you can see the front wheel. That's definitely got to come off. And there's a rods and reel on top of my shed in the back. You probably can see that's got to go. Garbage cans secured to the house or in the garage or in the shed. This one is extremely important. Make sure all vehicles are moved away from potential fall hazards. If we have a strong wind event during this tropical storm, or if it turns into a hurricane, I'll be moving that out here in the middle of the yard. It may look awkward, but I'll be moving it away from any potential fall hazards. So that's very important. Stay clear of all fall hazards. Make sure that you have plenty of water in bottles. These are my old Gatorade bottles that I refill with water. And also fill any pots and pans you may have. Put them on the stove, in the stove. I'm freezing these just in case the electricity goes out for several days. I still have cold water because this deep freezer keep the water cold for days. As long as you keep it closed, don't keep it open for long periods of time. Next, in case of a power outage, make sure that you have either charcoal or a filled propane tank. You'll need some way to cook and provide yourself with some food. You don't want to eat cold canned food if the power is going to be out for 3 or 4 days. If you live in a hurricane or bad weather region, I think it's a good idea if you invest in a generator, and try to get one big enough that will almost run your whole house, if not run the whole house minus your stove, washer, and dryer. It'll run your refrigerator, or any window units, or lamps, lights, TV, and internet if there's not a disconnection. And if you do have a generator, make sure you have an efficient amount of gas to last you 3 days to a week. If you have a severe power outage that lasts for a week, you don't want to run out of gas. And that leads me to my next point. Another incredibly important item: cash on hand. We've been through 3 or 4 weather events in the last 20 years. On a couple of those, we either didn't have access to an ATM, or all the ATMs in the stores were down. Very important. Keep some cash on hand. I don't suggest the big bills because they want to be low on change. So make sure you keep 10s, 20s, 5s, even if it's change, quarters. Keep cash on hand because most ATMs will not be working during a severe weather event. Next, I know this may seem like a small thing or a no-brainer, but make sure you have a manual or a battery operated can opener, because this ain't gonna work if you have no electricity. Next, if you have pets, make sure you have enough water and additional water and dog food or cat food to make sure they can last for a prolonged period of time. All right, another thing, doing hurricane preparedness, make sure that the kids have all their gaming devices and they have batteries, that they're charged, because you want to keep them entertained, because if not, they're going to get on your nerves. All right, fam. Last but not least, as promised, I told you, the city of Westlake did something to me and my neighbor, J&H Auto. They did something to us that's going to could potentially cause us a problem if we have heavy rains. In an effort to improve our neighborhood, they've taken up this road and they're going to put down new drainage. You can see one of the big culverts and manholes right there. Well, the rumor is they ran out of money and they stopped work. And they've stopped now for about 2 weeks. This is our runoff. It runs from that direction and it slowly declines, and everything heads out down this way and into the woods. But check this out. There's no one here working, and there's no sewage here, no drainage, no nothing. So the water's gonna stop about right here and start to back up into both our yards. If we get 3, 4, 5, 6 inches of rain. My house has never flooded in 24 years. If we get heavy rains, that could possibly change. I don't have flood insurance because I'm not in a flood zone. I don't need it. So if this thing right here causes a backup and causes us to flood, I'm in trouble. I'm thinking in the future I could sue or whatever the case may be, but is that really going to do me and my family any good in the meantime? So there you have it. That's my 10 or so points on preparing for hurricane in 2019 and beyond. I hope that helped someone. And if it did, be sure to give us a thumbs up. If it didn't, give us a thumbs down. If you like what we're doing here at This and That, be sure to subscribe. If you become a subscriber, hit the old notification bell so you'll be notified every time we drop a video. Peace. It's my mini hurricane party. What's up, boy?
That was
Say hi, Anakin.
Hello,
Say hey, Roman.
hey.
And that's my little mini hurricane party.